So here we are at the second job of the day. I've got this Audi just behind me that's got a few dents across it. There's one in the bonnet panel and there's quite a few across the driver's door and driver's side rear passenger door. So there's a few small little dings and dents, but they all look repairable with paintless dent removal. So I'm going to run the camera around, show the damage that we've got to remove today, and then we'll show the process and the tools involved in taking out those dents. So stay tuned and find out more. So as we move across the driver's side panel, you can see we've got a couple of dents either side of this handle, and then quite a few dents just below the swage line on the rear door, and then moving forward to the front driver's side door, we have a dent just above the handle up here. And then a dent a bit lower down on the panel here. Moving across to the bonnet, and just pick it up. In the reflection of this tree, we've got just a very small dent in the bonnet panel here as well. So using the window wedge, I've opened up the door gap, put my window protecting board down, and this tool here is a little hook bar which we're going to get just behind the dents and work our way across the panel to start taking those out. So using the little hook bar, I've managed to take out these three fairly minor little dents below this line. I'm now going to switch to this door bar, hockey stick bar. I think it's going to give me just the right access to get into the small dent that's just here by the handle. So I'll switch tools, but it's the same process. Getting in behind the dent. And yep, that's great. I can get right behind it and got just enough leverage to be able to push that dent out. Got a tiny little dent just above this handle, and due to the mechanism of the handle I can't actually get behind it with any of the tools. So we're going to try a very small little glue dab and see if we can pull that dent out. So that's reduced it a fair bit, and there's just a tiny little mark in there, so I'm going to give it one more little pull, but otherwise I'm fairly happy with that. So I'm just working on the one that's above the door handle. I've managed to reduce it a fair bit with the glue pull system, so it's a lot smaller than it was, but I'm just struggling to get that last little bit out. So I'm going to try, I've tried getting a bar in through the top section and coming down, but all of this above the handle is boxed in, so there's no access from there. But as I open up the door, there's a couple of these little grommets in the way, and also this rubber trim here. Once you get behind the trim, there's a little hole there where the rubber locator lug would go. And I think that's going to be just right to get a small tool in there to be able to finish that dent off. So this is the tool that I'm going to use. It's got a lot thinner or smaller diameter than most of my rods. I'm going to get in through that hole and just tease out that last little bit of the dent. So yeah, that was a success. Using that small brace tool, I got in through that small hole at the top of the door, got behind the damage, and been able to take out that last little bit that I couldn't shift with the glue. Got a small dent on this front wing panel as well, and it's just on this body line. So we're going to just get behind that liner and take out that dent. And I'm going to use this tool with the little red cap on to get behind it and take that dent out. So we've now taken out that dent that was across the body line or wheel arch line on the front wing panel. And as we move up onto the bonnet, I've taken off the insulation pad. There's a lot of open space here, but as I'm having one of those days where each dent is behind a brace or reinforcer, the dent that we're looking at is roughly here on the bonnet panel. So we can just pick it up in those lines. But thankfully, with this hole here and the one just below it, there's access to get to the dent, and we do also have the option of going through, cutting the glue there. But with this hole here, it gives us plenty of access. So I had to switch cameras. I ran out of storage on my other one, so I do apologise. Bad planning on my side, but job number 2 was successful. Sorry. All the dents were taken out of the door panels, wing and bonnet panel on that Audi, and the last video clip we just watched was the finished product with those dents removed. So job number 2, it all done and successful with another happy customer, and now we'll move on to job number 3.